Hi, welcome to my channel, Life Documentary. Um, in this video, I'm going to talk about why I do not use makeup or why I don't wear makeup. Um, I've had my children talk to me and they were like, oh, you need to wear makeup, especially for your YouTube channel when you're doing videos. So again, I don't wear makeup for a number of reasons. First of all, let me ask a question. Why do you wear makeup? What are the reasons behind you wearing makeup? What is the purpose? Share your purpose with me of why you wear makeup. I mean, lately, the highest thing I've done lately, maybe a lip gloss, maybe a lipstick, and an eyeliner. But I'm not really into heavy makeup and, you know, just making myself look a little bit differently than I do. And one of the reasons is because I want to I want to be able to embrace my natural look. I want to be able to embrace my basic look because it's so common that we get into that phase or that trend where we think we have to do what everybody else is doing. We can do something a little bit different. We don't have to do butt lift, for instance, just because everybody else is doing it. Oh, it's an in thing. Okay, if you don't look a certain way, then you're not beautiful. You can make your own beauty standards. And one of my beauty standards will be being natural, using natural products, pro-natural, and nothing really artificial. It is not uncommon to hear a guy take a girl home, and then once the guy get home and had maybe the next day or the next morning, after the girl strips off all her makeup and everything else, so-called enhancements, they become totally different from what the guy had, or they become totally different from what they have looked like previously. So being natural for me and trying to be natural as much as possible gives me that sense of confidence where if I don't have a makeup, I don't feel inadequate. I want to be able to embrace my natural self. I want to be able to embrace who I am naturally. And this is, being not dependent on makeup. For me, while growing up, because at a certain time in my life, I went into modeling as a teenager. And while modeling, I had, of course, with modeling, they want you to do certain makeup, do certain things with your hair and everything like that. And at the same time, I'd already been introduced into bleaching my skin. So I noticed that, some of these activities or some of these things that I did at the time were very, very addictive because I wanted to look a certain way. When it comes to bleaching the skin, growing up is like the in thing where everybody is bleaching their skin, where we're not so much embracing who we are as of, what color of skin that we have, and we want to look like somebody else. So I'm doing the same thing with makeup where I don't feel like I have to put a makeup on or I have to wear any kind of makeup to feel like I'm beautiful, or like I belong to, whatever is trending. Everybody puts on makeup, and I want to also be able to be that influence on everything natural. Oh, look at that lady, she has on no makeup and she still looks beautiful. I'll share a particular instance with you where I had a patient in the past, and this was many years ago, and this patient of mine, I actually was doing a night, they call it living. It was like a living job. This was like in late 90s. And this white woman that I was staying with at the time and also taking care of her. So over the night, the first night I spent with her, and I woke up the next morning, she was so amazed. And I'm like, I didn't understand what she was talking about. And I was trying to ask her, what did she mean? And she said she had never seen anybody that woke up, without makeup and still look beautiful. Again, when we talk about beauty, beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what you think beauty is, because everybody has a particular standard of beauty. Some people just see whatever they see in videos or on television, and they immediately say, okay, this is the standard, because there's a certain standard or a certain beauty standard that is being pushed, which is maybe skinny in, and makeup on, certain type of clothes. But I'm making my own beauty standard. And just like for many years now, I stopped using bleaching cream. Thank God for my husband who encouraged me to stop. And now I'm free, because I felt that I couldn't live without bleaching my skin, because I wanted to look a certain way. So after more than 20 years now that I've stopped using bleaching cream, I feel so empowered. I feel so secured in myself. I don't feel like I'm inadequate in any way. I don't feel intimidated by someone who lives a certain way or who represented a certain beauty standard that I was going for. So it's the same thing with makeup for me. I do put on maybe lip gloss or lipstick every now and then, maybe when I want to step out, depending on where I'm going, and eyeliner, but that would be the max I try to do. I try not to do anything extra, like this is my real face. This is my real face. I have nothing on my face, and I want to promote that. This is my brand. My brand is natural. It's not just my brand as in the looks, but it's also my brand as in what I put out in my videos and what I represent. I do not want to go with the crowd. I want to make up my own standard in my videos, in the way I look. One thing I want to make sure is that I'm tidy, because my children were telling me something about, oh, mom, packaging is everything. Do these videos. You want to package it. You don't want it to look cheap. Well, I'm not sure how it's looking, but I'm trying to also be original. I'm trying to be authentic. I'm trying not to be like everybody else, because I know my own YouTube viewers and my own YouTube subscribers will be people that would value that. People that will value the content that I'm bringing out in my YouTube videos will be people that understand what I'm going for. Will people that understand what it is to be authentic. Will be people that understand that you don't have to follow the crowd to be who you are. It's okay to be a little bit awkward. It's okay to be to sneeze a little, to cough a little in your video. It's okay. It's okay not to edit so much. It's okay not to package so much. It's okay to be real. There's nothing wrong with being who you are. There's nothing wrong with you showing your natural states. We want to start becoming confident in who we are. Portraying that natural hair, showing off that natural skin, and not really trying to promote products that is unnecessary. I remember when I was using bleaching creams, I wouldn't even eat, but I will make sure I buy my cream. There are so many things that I was lacking, but I had to buy my cream. I couldn't do without my cream until, of course, I met my husband, and then he helped me out. And he gave me that advice, which I took, and never went back. And eventually I got some of my color back. And I'm so grateful for that opportunity. A lot of people right now are living paycheck to paycheck for another reason, because they have to spend all this big amount of money on their hair weekly. They have to do their makeup. They have to do their nails. And this is costing them a lot of money. But they can't do without this stuff. And that's what I'm talking about here. Yes, if you have that money, go for it. If there's no other need. But when you're living paycheck to paycheck, to make sure that certain things are done, your makeup is done, your hair is done weekly, and you barely can even sometimes pay your rent because you have to have certain things, then it becomes a little bit over the top. I believe that beauty is not so much of the outside, of what you see in the outside, but so much of what you have in the inside. I've seen people that, are so beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, their character is nothing to write home about. Their character has nothing to speak of. I also believe that if you are beautiful first in the inside, and then you continue to show that your beautiful side of you, it also comes out to the outside, regardless of what the outside look like. So again, this is the reason why I do not wear makeup, because I want to embrace my natural look. I want to embrace what I look like naturally. I don't want to end up in a place where I don't have my makeup on because I'm so dependent on my makeup. And then because of that, I feel like I can't function as a person. I want to be able to embrace who I truly am and being myself. And also want to encourage others to be confident in who they are and not to use aids like makeup to convince anybody of who they are. Because when people get to know you and they get to see your inner beauty, it will overshadow what you look on the outside, especially if that person is a deep person. Is not a superficial person, because a lot of times some of us are very superficial and we want to look at, oh, how does this person look? Oh, what kind of bag do they have? Is it a name brand shoe they're wearing? All those things don't matter at all. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for being here. Bye for now.